Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to help out and support the channel and you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it. Dow is down 0.18%, Nasdaq going down 1.16%, S&P going down 0.65%, and Russell staying flat on the day. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500. On top, leading the way, real estate, financial, communication services, utilities, energy. And look at right here on bottom, technology, consumer cyclical, consumer defensive, basic materials, and healthcare. Now, week to date performance also on top, you can see it's a risk off move here in the market. We got on top utilities, basic materials, real estate, leading the way, and then on bottom, consumer cyclical, communication services, technology, actually taking a beating, and that is because of a big move to the downside on technology today. And what we got here on stock market map, energy sector lighting up in the green, XOM and Chevron both are up on the day. Real estate, you can see right here, everything is green. And then look at right here, Boeing. Before it was actually door coming off and now tire. So what else is next? I mean, that is just insane, guys. Boeing again with bad news, down 2.24%. And now we got Tesla also going down. It was actually catching a breather yesterday. And now again down on the day, 1.85%. Amazon down 0.83%. Meta going down over 1%. And look at right here. Apple and Google, they were both oversold. And now Google up 0.78% in the green and Apple up 1%. Look at right here, Microsoft going down 0.71%. And then look at this mass right here. Semis, everything is down. AMD, QCOM, MU, you name it, it's down. Nvidia gave away $100+ from the top today. Massive dump off, down over 5.5% on the day. So Nvidia can cause this market to go down even more if there is actually more selling on Nvidia stock. And I just want to give you guys heads up what's coming next week. We got big data coming out, CPI on Tuesday morning, 8:30 a.m. And that's going to cause lots of volatility in the market. So keep an eye on this going into Tuesday morning. And then we got fear and greed index. I mean, I don't know how we got to 71. It should be over 100. It was right here yesterday, and now you can see slowly coming back and into greed, not extreme greed anymore. But if this selling actually continues next week, then we might be going down even more on fear and greed index. On IWM, it's absolutely flat on the day, and if you look at my screen, got up to 210.41. But look at the magic number here, guys. Now this was that previous high right here, which is 205 and some change. And now 5-day moving average right here, which is sitting at 205.69. And look at the drop, $5 drop down to 5-day moving average, and also this previous high right here. And that is acting as a support, and this thing is flat on the day. So are we going to see a push to the upside, possibly 212 going into next week? Well, that is possible, but also keep that in mind. We saw some high volume selling today, even though it's flat on the day. We did not get a close above 210 today, came back and now trading at 206.83. So going into Monday morning, your line in the sand right here, that's going to be 205 to 206, and below that, watch out for this gap right down here, just under 202. And then we also have support at 200 all the way down to 198. Now, as long as I would say IWM can hold right here between 205 to 206, you're going to see a push all the way back up to 209, up to even 212. And then we can talk about more upside on IWM. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing you gotta go through, and you can always ask me a question right here on X. Now here's some fantastic trades from today, and some of them are swing trades, and I'm going to share this play with you guys right here on Meta. So this is where I actually got in yesterday. It was at 517, getting some puts. You can see right here 465, and this thing gave away 4% from my entry. It was massive right here. Took some profit. You can see right here, selling, keeping half position right here, and selling for a nice profit. This was a fantastic swing trade, and I was actually willing to hold even longer, but you can see big drop today. Again pumped up this morning, but gave away all the gains, and now it's down on the day. Now here's the biggest one, guys, and that is why, yes, you can play Nvidia stock, but do not go and buy something like, more in the money calls. Friday is the best time to play this, and I got this wrong. Ran up to 100%. It was actually 1000%, but ran up to 2000%. And I'm going to show you guys. I got in a bit early right here, and then this thing pumped. Actually came back right here. I took a bit of a profit right here. I think it was 50%, and then my position was underwater for just a couple of minutes, and then you can see I actually held on, and then massive drop all the way down here. And this picture I took right here, after that this thing dropped even more. So it actually went over 2000%. Massive trade on Nvidia stock. Now some of the trades I'm not even sharing, and there is so many I cannot even share all the trades right here on X. Here's another one, MSTR, and I actually called it around 10:26 a.m. getting some 1300 puts, 8500 a piece for next week, and it was right here on this green candle. And just after 5 minutes, look at this drop all the way down here. From 8500 got up to 11,000. Now this is not 1100, 11,000, and from there, guys, it was dropping even more. I actually kept one runner, and that runner got up to 13,000, which was massive. Now all these trade ideas, and especially if you guys are serious about trading and you want to make money, you want to learn, and you want to be a disciplined trader, definitely it's worth every penny. Check out my Patreon, and that link will be down below in the description. On QQQ, it's down 1.44%, and this is actually a wake-up call for a lot of bulls out there that are buying the dip at all-time highs. And why? I've been talking about it in my video that Apple coming down, Google coming down, we got Tesla getting destroyed, where one name, Nvidia, holding up Nasdaq 100 and pretty much entire market. And what's going to happen if we get a pullback on Nvidia stock and that thing actually drops 100 to 150 bucks? And what we got today, guys, Nvidia from the top dropping over $100. Now this is not bad, only down 1.5%, but things can get really ugly. We get a big correction on Nvidia stock, which is actually extremely overbought. Now a lot of people don't seems to agree with that, but technicals, they never lie, guys. Yes, you might be off here and there, but they never lie. And Nvidia extremely overbought, and we saw that pullback today. It was down over 100 bucks. Now here on QQQ, you can see it actually got under this support, which is 440, and now into closing holding above right here 13-day moving average 438, and that is where it actually found support. So that's gonna be your line in the sand. Monday morning 438. Below that we also have support 436, 434, and then 432. Below 432 you're going to see a dump off all the way down to this gap 425.70. Now with this big high volume selling, big bearish engulfing candle, if things are going back up with that CPI, then watch out for the resistance right here at 440, and above that this thing can move all the way up to this high right here, and that is around 445 up to even 450. On SPY ETF, it's down 0.60% and another fresh new all-time high, 518.22. And then we saw some nasty selling with some high volume on it today. So going into next week, Monday morning, your line in the sand right here on SPY ETF, 511 right here, rising 5-day moving average, and just below that we have this previous all-time highs right here, 510 to 509. Below that you're going to see a drop down to 20-day moving average, this white line, 505, and then watch out for this gap, 497.37. Now yes, we got the CPI on Tuesday, and that's going to make this market move even higher, or we could see a drop down to this gap, at least in the short term, 497.37. Now to the upside, and the only way up, staying above 510. As long as SPY can hold right here, then watch out for a move not only back up to 518, possibly going all the way up to 520 to complete this run to the upside. So Dow Jones ETF DIA also going flat on the day, but into closing it's trying to hold rising 20-day moving average, which is sitting at 388. So going into Monday morning, that's your line in the sand right here, 388, and below that watch out for 384, 382, and then a big drop down to even 376. Now as long as DIA can hold 388, then yes, we could see a push all the way back up to 392 to even 393. On VIX it's up 2%, but nothing big, and again not getting a close above $15. And I've been talking about it, guys, that it needs to get above 15, and once we get that, then you're going to see explosive move to the upside, possibly up to even 20 plus. So far that's not happening. Huge rejection right here, another rejection right here, rejection right here, rejection. And you can go back and watch all these rejection right here at 15. And even today, guys, we actually went above 15 on VIX, but again it's getting crushed below 15. So maybe Monday morning we could see a gap up over 15. And if that happens and VIX can stay above 15, then watch out for a real breakout all the way up to 18 to 20, and that's going to cause lots of volatility in the market, and especially S&P 500 can come down. Now below 15 we do have support down here, and that's gonna be 14.33 all the way down to 13 bucks. So the 10-year also going flat on the day and barely holding 41 right here as a support, and it's touching lower Bollinger Band on this daily chart as a support also 40.72. Now we all know that what happens when TNX touching lower Bollinger Band, and look at this recent example right here. It actually went under and then massive move to the upside. Even right here, it was getting crushed and then massive move to the upside. And you can go back and look at it all the time. Every time this thing gets down to lower Bollinger Band, we get a bounce. So yes, we could see a bounce early as next week, but watch this support right here. So far, it's not holding. That is around 41, and below that, 40.72 all the way down to 39. TNX can actually break 41, then watch out, we might see some more upside all the way up to 43.70, and this is where a real breakout can happen to the upside on 10-year. Until then, it's on a downtrend, and this is going to be a critical level to watch on a pullback, lower Bollinger Band, 40.72 as a support. So far, it's not even holding 41. So the dollar also staying flat on the day, but we got a hammer type candle right here. And if you look at my screen, look at the bottom wick. I mean, this entire dip on dollar was bought up, and now it's trading above 102.61, which is bullish, but it's on a downtrend. We need some follow through next week. And you can look at this right here, a similar type of candle right here. And then what we got? Some consolidation and then big bullish engulfing candle and massive move to the upside. And right here you can see another candle that was a hammer and then some consolidation, and then we got another massive move to the upside. So yes, that can happen again. We just need some follow through and confirmation that this thing will actually come back up to the upside. So going into next week, this is going to be a strong support to watch, 102.61, and to the upside, it needs to get above 103. Soon as that happens, dollar going back up all the way up to 103.58 and possibly even higher. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think? Where is the market going next week? with that CPI coming out on Tuesday morning. And have a great weekend, everybody.